Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Stefania Land, The Art of Something. I am currently living my summer 2023 and what I like to do with my photos in summer is developing my color pictures and especially the negative color pictures. In order to do that, I order a kit for the process of C41, and I was just like, why not recording with them what is included actually in this kit. So if you want to know what is included in the kit for processing color negative films, C41 process from the brand Bellini Foto, that by the way it's an Italian brand. Please keep on watching. As you can see, the packaging is already opened because I have just finished recording my the same video but with Italian language, so I will please ask you to forgive me if it's already open, but I can assure you it's unused. So let's talk about this kit. This kit is reserved for developing only the negative pictures, the negative color films, and remember to not use it for the positive negative film, for the positive color films, because in that case the kit is the E6 and it's slightly a different process from this one, and then the chemicals part, of course, they are changing as well. This kit, I repeat, came from the Bellini Foto. This version is the 1 liter for producing 1 liter of product, and the kit is saying that with 1 liter of product we can develop 12 color negative films of 35 millimeters, 24 exposure. It's if you want to develop more than 12 color negative films, you have also a bigger kit that allows you to produce, if I'm not wrong, like 5 liters. In that case, I think you can develop something like 25, 30 films, if I'm not wrong, but it was too much compared to what I have right now, and therefore I haven't not considered it. So in any case, let's see. The kit will works exactly in the same way. What is changing is just the quantity of it, the quantity of the final product that you can produce for creating, for developing films, and so at the same time the number of films, but the process itself, it's exactly the same. So let's see here what is written in this tag up on the package. So it's just saying that the key C41 RA treatment, the packages contain concentrated solutions that I will remind you, you will need to dilute it with water. The concentrated solution are of development, bleaching and fixing to prepare 1 liter product, concentrating while the concentrated stabilizer to prepare 10 liter of washing solution. And then it just give here the instruction for mixing the concentrate with the water. This part is repeated also on the instruction paper inside the box. It's gonna be this one. I'm gonna leave it here now on top of the video, but please follow the instruction on the info box of this video for downloading it if you want to download it for free, and just start reading the instruction for your own knowledge. So the mixing instructions is just say that the first step for developing a color negative films is gonna be the developer, and if we're creating 1 liter of solution, the Bellini brand is giving us 206 milliliter concentrate. Then for reaching 1 liter we will need to mix it with 740 milliliters of water, and this is gonna be the step number 1. The step number 2 is gonna be the bleach, and in this case is the only one that we do not need to dilute it with water, but the brand is giving us the final product of 1 liter of this bleach. And then the third step is gonna be the fixing. For the fixing, the brand is giving us 500 millimeters that then we will need to develop with water 500 millimeters as well, always for reaching 1 liter. And then the last one is gonna be the stabilizer, where we would just need a simple 10 milliliters of concentrates, and then we will need to add 990 milliliters of water in order to create 1 liter of stabilizer and washing out our films. So inside we will have all our bottles collected inside this plastic bag that I have already opened. I repeat, in order to record the Italian version of the same video. So let's see the bottles inside. So the first step that we are gonna use is gonna be the developer, and the developer is this one exactly. So we have a bottle with 260 milliliters that I'm gonna remind you we need to dilute with 740 milliliters of water in order to create 1 liter of solution. This one, the developer, is gonna be the step where we are gonna reveal our image on top of the film. So how can we say, the image is gonna be kind of hidden on the film, and with these chemicals inside this bottle we are gonna be able to reveal it to our eyes. The second step is gonna be the bleach, and the bleach is provided already as 1 liter only, and we will not need to dilute it in any way. The bleach is needed because I'm not sure how the chemical of the emulsion works, but what I know is just like every color negative film, doesn't matter what brand it's gonna be of, every negative color film is a kind of layer on top of it that can compromise our image. So in order to remove it, this white layer, we will need to use the bleach. So the function of the bleach is just removing this layer that we don't need it anymore. The third step in this process is gonna be the fixing, and the fixing is coming as a half a liter. Then we will need to dilute with another half liter of water. The fixing for the color negative film works exactly as the fixing for the black and white films. So whoever knows also the black and white process can easily understand what I mean. The point of the fixing is just avoiding that through the time we are gonna lose the picture from the film support, because in any case these are chemicals, and for whatever reason we will never know how they're gonna react in the future. And but what we know is just like it's not impossible that we are gonna lose the image. So in order to avoid that and for preserving our image in the future, we need a fixing in the black and white and in the color process. And this is gonna be the step number 3 in the color negative film process, C41. And then as a last one, I'm gonna put back the paper here, is gonna be our stabilizer. And we are gonna need this one also for cleaning our film from all the minerals and limestone that we can have on the water. And when the film is gonna dry out, they can stay on top of our pictures and compromise the final picture when we want to print it. So we're gonna have these bottles inside the kit, and as a last piece that I was already anticipating earlier, we have the instruction, this paper. So as I was saying, this is gonna be the data sheet for about this kit, the C41 for processing color negative films of the Bellini photo. And what it's just saying is as a capital, we're gonna have the descriptions. In the description, I'm just gonna highlight the different steps that are included in the kit. And they just say like that we can develop to here just saying 16 negative 35 millimeters of 24 exposure. I don't know why here it's written 16 and here it's written 12. So here just saying like we can develop 4 films four more films, sorry. And they just saying also that this kit is working with 38 degrees. If you are not new with developing your own films, and for example you're already developing the black and white films, you know how important is the temperature in order to get the best result from the chemicals included in each steps of the process. Usually the color kits works as 38 degrees or 30 degrees. This one works only with the 38 degrees, and to be honest, I barely use the 30 degrees because it's just a process that I'm not too keen on it. Basically because decreasing the temperature of for working with the chemicals means usually that we need to increase the time while the process is working. And unfortunately the color process works with a very difference in temperature from the 38 or the 30 degrees of temperatures. And it's not gonna be like the black and white where we're gonna have something like we can work to 20 degrees, 22, even 24, and maybe we're gonna change the time for the process, or maybe we just want bigger grains as a final result and have those nose photos as a outcome. The black and white, the color process works very strict. Usually the difference from the degrees applicable from the kit is gonna be something like 0.2, 0.3 degrees. It means like that if this kit is gonna be 38 degrees, we can develop to only as 38 degrees, 38 0.2 degrees, or 37.8 degrees if the variation allowed is gonna be only 0.2. If we are gonna work with a temperature that is gonna be different from this one, we're gonna have some dominant in the color that as far away as we're gonna go from the temperature indicated, the more strong it's gonna be in our final result. And you can understand easily that if it just gets too strong, because we are gonna be far away from the 38 degrees, the picture is not going to be the same, because we are not going to be able to reduce like to delete that color dominant in any way possible. Even if we are going to scan it and we're going to work with the digital in order to reduce the dominant color, it's more unlikely that we're gonna have a realistic outcome as we had it when we shoot the picture in the reality. So in order to avoid it, we just need to stay inside the variation. The worst case is gonna be the developer. Usually it's the more strict. In this kit it's gonna be the same. Now we're gonna keep on reading and we're gonna see it. If you understand also, the developer, it's also the step where we're gonna reveal to our eyes the image. So if it's also the more strict, it's also where the dominant are gonna be in. So if I need to work with the 30 degrees and I need to increase the time in developing, it's more complicated. Personally, for me, this is my own opinion, it's more complicated to control the temperature in a longer time, and therefore this is the reason why I prefer to work in colors with 38 degrees. So this kit is perfect for me, but if 38 degrees is not a temperature that you are able to control, please look for other kits that can easily work to 30 degrees, while 8 degrees is gonna be a big difference in your process. After this introduction, we are gonna have the instruction on safety. These are always chemicals, so please keep in mind that you always need to use safety equipment, so your DPI. And then we're gonna have the process explanation. As a first step that is called like 00, we will just need to preheat our tank and our film that we put inside the tank to keep everything at the temperature of 38 degrees. And for doing that, we just need normal water, nothing more. What is important is just that it's gonna work with the 38 degrees as a temperature. And therefore, because it's just normal water, it's not gonna be included in the kit. So after that, we're gonna have the first step that is gonna be our developer, and it's just saying like that this developer is working with 38 degrees with a variation on plus or minus of 0.2. The time for developing the films is gonna be 3 minutes or 15 seconds for the first 4 films. For the 5th to the 8th films, we work with 3 minutes and a half. 9, 12 films, 3 minutes and 45 seconds. 13, 16 films, we will work with 4 minutes. So the more we're using the developer, the more exhausting is gonna get the chemicals, and therefore we will just need to increase slightly the time for this reason. After that, we will need to delete all the white layer that we had discussed about before, and therefore we will need to use the bleach that is just coming as a total final solution. And the bleach is working from the 32 to the 38 degrees, so the variation in this case is 6 degrees. But because the image is already revealed, and with the image I mean also the colors, of course, you can understand that right now the dominant is not our problem anymore. So even though we have 6 degrees of difference, that it can help us, of course. I'm not saying it's not gonna be as important as in the developer, so the step number 1 case. The bleach needs to work for 45 to up to 1 minute of time. The third step is gonna be the fixing. The fix is important because we are working with chemical processes, and unfortunately, in order to be sure to maintain our image during the time, we will just need to fixing it, because it's more like that maybe in 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, 20 years, something like that, the image is gonna disappear from our films. So in order to avoid this situation and preserving our picture for 15 or even more years, the fixing is what we need. And the fixing is always work from 32 to 38 degrees and needs to work on top of the film, so for 1 minute and 30 seconds up to 2 minutes. The last one is the stabilizer, that the temperature is always 32 to 38, and it works, we need to keep on top of it for 3 minutes. After that we will just not washing out, but we would just eliminate it from the films, and it will help us in eliminate also all limestone and minerals that can dry out on top of our emulsions. As a last piece, we have the mixing instruction that we had already discussed before, so we're not gonna talk about that anymore right now. And the final part just said, wash every batch of films processed with stabilizers 3 or 4 times. Alternatively, the stabilizer can be used as a final rinse after washing with running water. And these are all the instructions for this kit, and we are gonna develop our color negative films in another video. I just wanted to show you what was included in this kit. I hope this is gonna be helpful for you. If you have any kind of comments, please do not forget to write a comments below this video, and we are gonna reply that as soon as possible, of course. For this video, I think it's everything. I think I have even talked too much, and I just wish you a lovely day, and see you soon in the next video. Bye bye. Ciao.